Hello. What's your name? Come on. So, come on. Hey, come on. Je ne sais pas où vous voyez. So, as you can see, they can draw the I just told God that if I give them, because I don't love painting. Paintings where me I bought when we was scattered. My children don't know how to paint. And look at me, say, okay, don't worry, no, it tells me that they're intelligent. Anybody who can draw you and draw this, his mind is great. No, those people, you don't joke with them. Oh. Just speaking for 5 minutes. But I know they're speaking for 5 minutes. The books have at the read them. I some of them have tried to stay their component there
Boy! When Thomas Sankara started the revolution, he started with a message which the imperialists hated so much. The message was in French, so he always goes like, "Les impérialistes." Okay, my people are here, so just follow them for me. Les impérialistes! Les impérialistes! Les impérialistes! La révolution! So when Thomas Sankara said les impérialistes, it means the imperialists. Then the people always respond, "I'm back." So it means that the imperialists should go down. And he will shout and said, "The revolution," which is la révolution. Then the people will shout, "Anho," which means that the revolution should go up. The imperialists should go down. So, les impérialistes, les impérialistes, la révolution, la révolution. So, he always ends his speech with la patrie ou la mort. And then the people will respond, "Nouvelle." It means that homeland or death we will conquer. So, if I say la patrie ou la mort, you shout Nouvelle. La patrie ou la mort? La patrie ou la mort? Yes, so this is the message that imperialists hated so much to the level where they have to take the man down. And today, it is not a surprising thing that this message is alive today in the mind of everybody and on the lips of everybody. Which means that if you take one man down, you are going to have 1,000 people rising up, speaking the same message. The message that they stopped, the message because of which Gaddafi was murdered through the CIA, Obama, United States, with collaboration with African Union and co. This same message is alive today, telling them that Africa is for Africans. The resources of Africa is for Africans. It does not belong to the United States. It does not belong to France. It belongs to Africa. And our leaders, since they have become so afraid of dying for the people, Ibrahim Traoré now put his life in the line, standing for his people. And we are ready to stand by Ibrahim Traoré. We are ready to stand by we are standing by the revolution. And let me put this on record. Let me put this on record. What is happening in Burkina Faso to all media houses, together with the traditional media houses, the Western imperial media houses, we are saying that what is happening in Burkina Faso is not coup d'etat, it's revolution. What is happening in Burkina Faso is not coup d'etat, it's liberation. It's leadership for the people and by the people. What African Union failed to do for the past so many years, one man, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, was able to do that by uniting Africa without calling meeting with anybody. We never had any conference. We never met in any conference room, but all of us we are here today. Last time we did a protest, 2018? That year, right? Yes. Nobody, Captain Ibrahim Traoré did not call for that protest, but we saw BBC posting it and putting it in their article that Ibrahim Traoré systematically organized that protest, which is a lie. We are telling them that it is the time, the season, the movement that called for the protest. At the same time, it is the time, the season, and the movement which is putting on this gathering. This gathering you are seeing here, as somebody says, it's not a contract. Nobody contracted us. We came on our own because we understand what is happening in the Sahel. What is happening in the Sahel is the rebirth of Africa. And African youth, we cannot allow it to go down. Because at the end of the day, if the revolution in the Sahel go down, Africa will never rise again. They will make sure that the place is completely destroyed, like what is happening in Congo. If ECOWAS and African Union, they have something to do when it comes to liberation of Africa, they should not channel their energy towards, Ibrahim Traoré, the Sahel. They should channel their energy towards Sudan. They should channel their energy towards Togo. They should channel their energy towards Congo. That is where the people need true liberation. The Burkinabe people, the Sahel people, they are already awakened. So African Union and ECOWAS, do your homework because the youth are not with you. Respect. May I invite
African Liberation Day. And when we come to speak at African Liberation Day, we have to give respect to our elders, especially the elders who were revolutionaries and who were freedom fighters. So the first person I'll quote is Kwame Traoré. He said, in order to be free, we must both materially be free and immaterially be free. That means we have to control our material resources and that around us materially. And also, we have to control the way that we think. And Kwame Nkrumah taught us that our philosophy must find its weapons in the environment and living conditions of the African people. And that's where the intellectual content of our philosophy must find its basis. And so we see that those of us here are fighting to get control of our resources. We already think that we need our freedom. We already think that we need our liberation. And we already think that we need to unite. Am I right? And so now, how do we turn that thinking into controlling our material conditions, our material resources? One, we have to have an independent ideology and philosophy from our culture. We in the Nkrumah's caucus, our philosophy is philosophical consciousness, and our ideology is Nkrumah's. And that gives us independence of thought. And then Kwame Nkrumah taught us that organization decides everything. We've already had a speaker, Comrade Sekou, who said we must organize. We must be part of an organization. So what we're doing today can be every day. African Liberation Day is not only 25th May, but African Liberation Day must be every single day until Africa is liberated, unified, and socialist. We stand with our comrades in Burkina Faso, in Mali, and in Niger. We see they're at war. We see that terrorists that are sponsored by the CIA, the MI5, the French, neo-colonialists, are financing terrorists in the northern parts of those countries. And our brothers are valiantly fighting against those imperialist-sponsored terrorists. We back them. We back them fully. We see that those in Burkina are making changes that are beneficial to the society. The African people need water. The African people need light. The African people need shelter. The African people need education. The African people need health care. We heard Comrade Gaddafi at Elwak Stadium come and say exactly that in 1999 here.